Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies to same item. Current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
Okay, so work's done and you're craving something spicy and salty. I know. What I do is snack on Blue Diamond wasabi and soy sauce flavored almonds. They're so good, and almonds are a superfood. Don't deny your cravings. Eat them. Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously. Okay, so work's done and you're craving something spicy and salty. I know. What I do is snack on Blue Diamond wasabi and soy sauce flavored almonds. They're so good, and almonds are a superfood. Don't deny your cravings. Eat them. Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.
I said yes to your number and yes to you dating me. Yes, we can be together, but you gotta wait for me. The first time I said no, it's like I never said yes.
It's like I never said yes.
I said yes, we can be together. Yes, you can stay with me. But when I say so, not tonight, you acting so ungratefully.
The first time I say no,
it's like I never said yes. You was on the wall, I was with my crew. You was watching me, baby.
I was watching you.
Slowly you walked over.
I maintained my cool.
You said hello to me, I
said hello to you.
You asked me where I'm from, I asked you what you do. You somehow intrigued me.
I thought you were so cool.
Somewhere between hi and goodbye, you act so comfortable. I found a way we can talk tonight, so I gave my number to you. Yeah.
Beyonce has come so far. She's come so far.
By faith. Welcome back to the Blackish Show, everybody. It's Jaden XD. Yeah, I am your host, Xavier DeLow, darling, and I'm with
the Mary Jane Mommy.
Gang. And we have special host, co-host.
Peg the Stallion in the building, baby. In the motherfucking building. so
Peg the Stallion.
You're not gonna let me be great. I had to do it before you ruined my introduction, nigga.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying. What's up, y'all? This your girl, Mandii. Let me be great.
I was not ready.
Let me be great.
Whoa, Peg the Stallion. Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Okay.
Peg the Stallion.
AKA Mandii B from the Horrible Decisions podcast.
Whoa.
You know what's
I'm
going on?
going to call you Peg for the rest of the show.
Please. Peggy Bundy, if you allow. Thank you.
Oh.
I got my AKAs, and I don't know, I do want to sit here and say that I have brought XD's name up on multiple occasions because I have been fraudulently accused of stealing my AKAs from the Bodega Boys that I have never listened to a day in my life. However, I got my AKA Tribune from not only listening to Jaden XD, but the very first time that you guys came on to Horrible Decisions, you let it go for your AKAs. And I was jealous. It was not Jesus and Mero, people. My AKAs, I give thanks to the great XD. Just so you know.
Thank you.
And I've said it on the show multiple times.
I got it from XD,
to Bodega Boys. I don't listen to them.
Ultimately, I got it from
They was
Baju.
cute on TV, but nah. I ain't listen to them like that. It was
I'm
you.
giving this to XD.
You know, I definitely give you credit for that. So thank you for my AKAs because my listeners have been adding on over the months.
Have been the most boring guest of horrible decisions of all time.
It wasn't. No, not at all. We actually have had we've had a whole lot worse because you made it on our actual feed and not our Patreon episodes. So as a guest, you were amazing. We also had someone who claimed to be a sugar daddy, and we actually called him a Splenda daddy once the episode aired. So trust me, I appreciated both. First off, your dry humor is so The Office. I can't.
It's my fave.
It's
my fave.
It is.
It's my fave.
I fucking love it. It's a black The Office, and I love it.
Yeah.
They don't really have you on there. The fat guy on there, I can't remember his name, but
Stanley.
Yeah, he's not you, and you deserve.
Yeah, he's a little bit more sassy than I am, and that's also because he's married to a white woman on the show.
Say that shit.
And you're not married to
And we're black as hell over here. Thank you.
That nigga I'm with is a hard ER.
A hard ER.
Let me tell
Okay.
you.
I love that.
Ooh, the ghetto.
Well, I love that I am featured on the blackest show about nothing.
We're so happy
I'm
to have you.
Hey.
Down to the ghetto.
2 girls and a guy.
Yeah.
Not a cup.
Oh, never a cup.
No.
Never a cup.
But welcome to the show, Mandii. So, we do the regular, zhuzh and stuff.
God.
So how was your last 7 days? How was your week?
It's been active. I was actually just with Jade last night. Ooh. We went to a Black Lady sketch show.
Oh, yeah.
By HBO. It was amazing.
It comes on today's Friday,
It comes out Friday, yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for knowing that. It was amazing. Robin Thede was there, who's the creator of it. Mm-hmm. Beautiful by the goddamn way.
Yeah, she's so pretty.
Not only that, HBO got that motherfucking bag. We had free snacks, free
Bitch.
open bar,
Hold on.
hors
Wait a
d'oeuvres.
minute. Let's talk about this bar real quick.
Your
Y'all
was at the Ritz-Carlton.
it was at the Ritz-Carlton. It was at the Ritz-Carlton. Bitch. So they were like, there's complimentary snacks on the wall. So me and friend walk. Nigga, it's a wall of popcorn. It is a
sea salt.
wall. Sea salt popcorn. Delicious. A wall of candy. Mm-hmm. A wall of candy. And 2 coolers of drinks.
Every drink.
Like the kind in the bodega, not the styrofoam kind.
No.
Oh, wow.
Like 2 coolers. that
Like
you open
our
the
water
doors.
came in a glass.
Bitch, they had Mexican Coke. They had 4 kinds of
HBO
seltzer.
so rich.
4 kinds of seltzer.
Yeah.
They
Mexican
doing
Coke.
that.
They had yuzu soda, my nigga.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
It was lit.
It was lit. But
Then we
shout
go
out to-
upstairs. Hold on, talk about upstairs,
Then
baby.
we go upstairs. Past hors d'oeuvres, Mandii did me a great service in which she ran down the nigga with the steak tartare.
I said you have to try this.
Y'all had steak tartare.
Ma'am,
tartare.
veggie burgers,
Veggie sandwiches. Nigga, it tasted like little chicken sandwiches.
It was
With
amazing.
a little pickle and then an open bar. Joyful, joyful. Lord, we adore thee.
We had too much. We had definitely.
I should have went.
Honestly, too much tequila. We of course did our toast.
I had
Fran
4
had
drinks.
air in a cup, and then we had our
will hear
tequila. Of course she will. I said I love that you cheers to air.
Yes.
Crystal did an amazing job. Her and her wig.
Yeah.
It was.
Yes.
Natasha's back.
Girl, let me tell you
First
something.
off, I didn't know
Crystal
it was
and
that
her
long. That
co-host-
shit was to her ass.
Oh no, Crystal. So we got our group chat, and Crystal was texting us the whole. First, she told us when she made the appointment. We were like, "Bitch!" She told us who she made it with. Then she was texting us pictures of the whole process.
Yeah, that's Cardi's wig
Oh,
Yeah.
Cardi and Meg the Stallion. Not Peggy over here to the
maker. Yeah,
left.
Cardi and Megan.
So she went to Atlanta and got that wig done. I said, sis!
It looked good.
Yeah, I told her, I was like, bitch, Natasha's back.
It looked nice.
It was sick.
No, but it was a great turnout. All the curly haired girls were there, but it was like a black ass time. I felt like it was Curl
The
Fest
new
2.0.
guys.
I was always mistaken as one, but I'd be like, nah.
But yeah, it was dope. Outside of that, I got to I went to the screening of Hobbs and Shaw as well and got to see
missed
Idris
that
Elba
too.
in
Damn
person.
Oh, your husband.
Idris Elba was there
Your nigga
live
was-
in
why
the
did you
flesh.
go?
Baby
I
boy.
had a week.
Okay.
Okay.
Baby girl.
Well,
I had a week.
we're gonna. You know what? I'm done with my little industry bullshit. Can we hear
go to
Jade, and then you'll.
How was my week? Makosa.
Yeah.
Makosa happened. Everything was a good time. Okay. Shout out to my beautiful listener who drives from Philly. Every Makosa, she said to come eat. She enjoys. Obviously, she enjoys the party, but Makosa is a good ass time.
Yo, food is a good ass time.
Shout out to my family, Tara, Juan, Eric. But my girl drives from Philly every week, and she took a picture of the food. So I must say this: she took a picture of the food.
Because I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
and posted it, and I was very grateful. I was very sincere when I told her I'm very grateful for the support. But mama, we got to work on them camera skills.
the angles of the food.
Just the angles, the clarity, like, just make it look good, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's pretty, we put a lot of love in this. But this is for these niggas commenting on my comment.
Oh, no.
I was not being shady. I was being JD.
Not JD.
I'm not being shady.
I'm being JD.
I'm being JD. JD is always dripped in sincerity. Yeah. It's very genuine. It's just very raw. So
just honey, get the lighting
I love
right.
you. I just need you, baby. It's like a mom. I'm like, baby, you got do it again. So thank you. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody who comes and supports. Like, people really be coming up and telling us, like, we come to eat.
And I'll sit here and say, as someone who is new as a guest to this podcast, if you have not tried Jade's food, Jesus Christ, I'm trying to get her to cater something. I had her jerk chicken nachos at a rooftop last summer, and literally it was bomb. Like, it was so good. Like, so what you do, I know that it's good. So if y'all like just listening, she like, I'm a chef or whatever, just know she really be chefing this shit.
Yeah, I'd be like, I love food. That's really what it all
so
boils
good.
down
It was
to.
so
But
good.
Makosa was good. What else happened this weekend? We did the premiere. I did a really fun project that you guys are gonna see soon. Shout out to my boo Santana. Yeah. And we've got Philly coming up tomorrow, actually. Dopest dinner party tomorrow and Sunday. We got Chicago in 2 weeks. And what the fuck? Get your brakes fixed.
We're outside again today.
So, we actually opened up a Chicago happy hour. Motherfucker, I'm busy.
I'm glad it's you this weekend, not me.
So, we have Chicago coming for a happy hour. We decided to open up Friday because we got so many messages about, and the tickets sold out so fast. Chicago is hands down fastest selling city. They continue to hit us up. So we opened up a happy hour, and it's already more than half sold out. So
nice.
If you guys,
you announced that like earlier this week.
I announced that last night.
So
say that, humble flex.
I announced that at the
Tuesday
premiere.
You know,
your
just
girl
so you know,
that was doing posts and doing shit while we were out at the premiere working. So, shout out to you guys for already purchasing tickets. If they're not already sold out by the time this episode comes out, you better get on it quick, fast.
Get in now.
Because we bring in, for the very first time ever, we are bringing our signature nachos outside of New York.
And they good as fuck.
I'm really jealous that I can't go.
They're good.
Really
and Chicago's such a fun city. And they're foodies. They have a
Their
whole food festival.
Bitch.
I've been to,
Chicago
what's it
food
called?
is delicious.
The Taste of Chicago.
Taste of Chicago.
I've been there, so they're definitely foodies. So for you to sell out that fast, y'all come try them goddamn nachos. Damn.
Dinner party sold out, but the happy hour still has a few tickets left. So
now your time.
How was your
your
week?
turn, right?
Yeah, how was your week?
It was a week from hell.
Oh, friend.
You know, I didn't go to any of the. I wasn't famous at all. I didn't go see
don't do
the
that.
Hobbs.
Don't do that.
I didn't go to the Hobbs and show like I was supposed to. You know, I was hyped last week. I'm like, oh, I get to go finally, see
And
my
Idris
boo.
was there in the flesh.
I know.
With his accent and all, baby.
Because I was like, oh, he's married, minor hurdles. So I was like, okay, cool.
Not my...
So I was all prepared. I did my stretches. I did my Kegels.
Yeah, you did.
I only ate a salad.
Kegels.
I only ate salad and water the whole day.
Yes. Did you drink grapefruit juice and pineapple?
I don't do none of that either. I got my whole
I
got my whole
stream
regime
clean.
too.
It was just water.
Just the water keeps the stream clean for sure. It's
But
the cleanest.
and I didn't get to go to the Black Lady sketch show premiere. The reason, how do I say this? Jay-Z said it in a song. He says it in Friends.
Okay.
With me and my wife beefing. I ain't going nowhere.
Oh, relationship woes.
If the house is on fire, nigga, you not leaving. Got it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But,
I think that's the easiest way for turmoil to escalate even more.
But,
So.
but I'm good now. And then outside of my regular woes, I hate the white people I work for. But
Nothing
but
makes
yeah.
a black person more upset than when they see a fly in the crib.
Yeah.
And my
but
swatters in the front. Go ahead.
yeah. But outside of that, I got to hang out with Michael Arsenault. I haven't seen him in a really long time.
My boo.
Filmed some stuff for Jaden XD.
Yes.
And doing even more stuff for Jaden XD.
Yeah.
And even more stuff for XD on the solo tip.
I love
which
it.
I cannot
I
wait
can't wait
for
to
you
see what you
all
have.
to see and hear and smell.
Yeah.
Smell.
But anyway, yeah, my week was trying, but I had some good stuff. I had an interview, so let's do that.
That I didn't know about.
Yeah.
That's my friend.
But yeah, that was
Bitch, I'm
it.
so motherfucking proud of you.
Thank you.
Amen. I am, and I really hope the new job happens.
I hope so too. Shit. If not, or make it so that I can, do this full time. So. But
Trust me, I never thought I'd be there, and I'm there. So I wish that for you, because nigga, I ain't got no TED Talk.
Ain't no wishing.
With your goddamn, you and your bomb. No, you are.
Listen,
You are.
everybody could do a TED Talk. It's not hard.
Now
Like, you know
I'm-
how listen, the universe works in mysterious ways. I literally tweeted one day, I would like to do a TED Talk one day. And then a year later, I got emails from the people. So I'm like, and then everybody else started getting TEDx Talk. So I'm like, anybody can do it.
Right.
I do have, now looking back on it, I have thoughts on the whole process. Mm-hmm. Now, full disclosure, you don't get paid for TEDx Talks or TED Talks.
Right,
period.
no, I figured.
And
I figured.
now I dislike that because I'm like,
Honestly, seeing the amount of views that they get and knowing that there's ads placed in every TED Talk I've ever watched.
Exactly.
YouTube-wise alone, they're getting ads. If they now are transforming your TEDx Talk into a podcast, there's also so many streams of revenue that can be brought from
mine
that.
has been on the podcast.
Yeah, so I can get that as a creative to know that people are probably benefiting off of your talking.
Right. And then also, like, another tip, like, if you ever do it, like, make sure you have, and, like, Dr. Randolph, Brandel Randolph, he's a professor over in Boston, and he gave me some tips, and essentially he was like, make sure you have, and this is kind of anything you're about to come out with, like, say if you're going on doing a panel or whatever, like, you should have your book or whatever you're trying to sell ready.
Ready, for sure.
And at the time, I was 25, nigga. I didn't know
Fuck
what the
that. We coming out.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
We coming out with a
I was
Tyrone
20
X talk.
Actually, I was 29.
That's
at the
right.
time.
Tyrone
Tyrone
X.
talk.
Yeah.
Tyrone talk, and we
Yeah.
just
They have a sex talk in Philly, and I spoke at that one.
see
That was an interesting one. I actually, I mean, it was super inclusive. This one lady, her talk was about how she was suing her doctors for malpractice because she was a trans woman and they messed up her sex reassignment surgery.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was super intense because she included images of her.
Got it.
that's a lot.
Yeah,
That's all you
and-
need to say.
And it was just like,
Don't get graphic.
No, I wasn't. But it was just like, oh wow. It was also another level of like trans issues I never really thought about.
Right.
I was like,
No, fair.
bitch,
No, that
Totally
that
fair.
is the whole
Wild.
thing. Right.
Totally fair.
but
And
yeah,
that's
they
really
have-
fucked up. That's a botched surgery in any
Yeah.
form of fashion.
In any
is
form,
like,
right.
It's
Between tits, ass,
Wow.
lipo.
anything.
that's
genitals.
That's like it's devastating.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, But anywho, they have those
I need you to
things.
send me that link. So when this episode posts, can you go ahead and repost your sex X talk? I would like to talk. I would like to
Is
listen to
it?
that.
I have to find it somewhere. I'll find it because I did it like.
Thanks.
2 years
I would like to hear it. For sure.
I think I did it on. I don't even remember what the topic I did it on. I have to look. I'll let you know. But anywho, today's episode is something you've all been waiting for.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
You know, there's only 2 more episodes in this particular season of the show of Life After Lockup, and then we have a week off, and then we have a week off, and then we're on regular Back to Love After Lockup. Mandy's wallpaper.
Don't be laughing at my wallpaper.
It's
baby.
This is the same reaction I had when we first went on Horrible Decisions.
Yeah, you were just kind of like...
First went, okay, so small, quick story. When I first met Mandii B, XD called me and said, we're going to go on this podcast as guests. I know.
And I'm not going to lie, this was...
It'll be good for us. Like,
this was also within maybe our first 30 episodes, I would say. Maybe between
fresh.
30 or 40. It was fresh.
So I was like, all right, bet. You're right. We need to do more stuff like that. So we go. I don't know anything about it, but I'm like, I don't need to prepare for other people's podcasts. So we go.
With your husband in tow.
Tristan was right here, my nigga by my side. And I walk in, it's 2 girls, very nice girls. I said, okay. And then I look, the screen pops up, and I said, what the fuck? Well, where am I?
That is what you said.
It was 2 bitches with bananas. And I was like...
that is what you said. She said, XD, what we about to talk about?
I said,
you did.
Nobody told me what this was. So... That was the very first time that I met the beautiful Mandii B.
That was.
She's been my boo ever since.
And actually, if you guys get the chance, Jade actually joined me on a bonus episode of mine. Yes. So she's been back on. We actually did Surviving Society, which was a play on the surviving R. Kelly. And we talked about kind of all of the topics that transcended from R. Kelly and sexual assault and trauma, and how, as even teenagers, we call them fast. Just so many different wide topics. And it was a really great conversation. I'm glad that she was able to join me, as being... You and Jamila were the only one with daughters. Yeah. So you guys were able to provide that mindset of it. But I actually loved it. So if you guys want to check, that was one of my favorite in-depth conversations that we did. Absolutely. And I would love to have you 2 back on now that we kind of aren't in the beginning phase anymore.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sign me up.
But
anytime.
Welcome y'all. We here and we about to talk some black ass shit.
So let's take a break and we'll be back after these messages.
Okay, so you're between meals and you're craving something sweet, right? What I do is snack on Blue Diamond honey roasted almonds. They're so good. And almonds are a superfood. So don't deny your cravings. Eat them.
Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.
And we're back.
We back.
You're such a bird.
So let's talk about Life After Lockup.
Oh my God, we have so much to talk about.
We have so much to talk about. Now, Mandii, like Kid Fury, doesn't necessarily watch the show. However, shut up! But Mandii has an interesting story which we will get to intertwined throughout.
Yes.
Okay. So, Jade of all Jades, where would you like to begin?
Oh my God, I don't even know.
Let's...
You pick.
Picking, how many couples are there? There's 5?
Yes. You know what?
Mandii, pick a couple.
Do
pick a number between.
Goddess and Skinny Fat Bastard.
All right.
Let's do them first because they were the least interesting.
All right. So, last week, Forrest and Jenna were beefing because, Forrest was,
creeping,
sexting other bitches.
A bitch he met off Twitter
named Stephanie, and was like, I can be your goddess.
Yeah.
And, Goddess was like, fuck you! But...
How the nigga had the nerve to be upset?
Yeah, well, niggas always be upset when they're caught cheating.
When they
always.
Right, always. Niggas never vary
from
the script.
Why are you mad?
Right.
Are you serious?
Right. Niggas never vary from the script.
Niggas is all encompassing in this...
Right.
In this manner.
Right. So, in this particular episode, essentially they make up. It was odd how they make up. They were just like, we still love each other. Again, we see that, what's her face is missing in the first. He was like, "Where'd she go?"
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. They showed a shot of tequila with
I
the lime.
said the same thing.
And I was like, "Ooh, I've
deja
seen
vu.
things I've imagined."
Ooh, I saw
Right.
things.
So can I ask y'all, pause real quick?
Yeah.
Do y'all believe that any part of this show is scripted, or do you guys genuinely believe these scenarios?
I don't believe the scenarios are scripted. Now, with this particular story,
I will say, like some reality shows in the very beginning, I will there are. The producer will tell them to go a place, and then their natural interactions is what happens.
Right.
And I think this is what happens with them.
Got you.
Their particular there are certain moments where no, there's no way they could have wrote this.
no, most
Because
moments.
if that was the case, Mona Scott Young would have stole it already.
Got you.
that part.
Yeah. So they make up, and Goddess's stipulation for them to, throw everything under the bridge was, let's call Alice.
Let's call Big Alice.
Let's call Big Alice. Now, Big Alice is this guy named Clint, or who we affectionately called Forrest, or Skinny Fat Bastard.
Okay.
Because he looks like Fat Bastard, but just skinny. No, he does.
No, he does.
He does.
He does.
That's from Austin Powers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
And, she was like, tell Alice, we're getting, reconnecting, renewing our vows, and we're in Vegas.
And he's like, oh, problem number one.
Yeah.
I didn't tell her we were going to Vegas.
Yeah. So what I've noticed about Skinny Fat Bastard is that he does a lot of that. When Peter got hurt on, every time his wife makes a suggestion about talking to his mama, because it's a known fact that Alice don't like this lady. Now, to put you on the speed, Alice is Clint's mother. Now, Clint is married to this woman named Tracy. Tracy
held down Clint while he was locked up?
Vice versa.
No.
Oh, Tracy was locked up.
Yeah,
and Clint held her down.
She also
Gotcha.
has a crack addiction. So after she got
The night they
released,
got married.
the night they got married, she left him and stole a rental car and sold her pussy for crack on their wedding night.
Yeah. You know that ass, though.
This is why I say Mona Scott Young could never.
Nah, she ain't got nothing on that shit. Nothing. So, all right. So, current episode. So, with them, they call Big Alice. Big Alice is like, well, that's a lot for me to ingest, so I need some time.
First of all, she was like, they ain't no babies, is it?
She was like, because I don't want no more kids.
Yeah, she was like, babies. No, she can't handle that. Because she really doesn't like the fact that he's with an addict or recovering addict.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I understand that he is a recovering addict too. Mm-hmm. So I can understand why she has apprehensions. But also, she has apprehensions about her being a convicted felon, an ex-felon, being a crack user, sold her pussy for crack on her wedding night,
stole his rental car.
Stole a rental car, which he's on the hook for $21,000, which we still don't know what happened. $24,000, which we still don't know what happened to the car, or if it got paid off.
Yeah.
So it's like
she sold that shit for crack.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So my thing is like, I know why Big Alice don't even want her on the property.
Nah, Big Alice was nice enough to invite them over for lunch. And this is after her husband persuaded her that this is our only son and we got to do this.
I feel like he promised her husband probably promised Big Alice
RV.
A new deck. I'll finally remodel the kitchen like you asked.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have me binge watching this shit.
You have to. Oh, I don't know about binge watching it, only because it's a lot of
I would love it. I love drama.
Yeah.
Oh my God, where have you been?
But I'm a real housewife.
Because I've never seen you around.
You have to be a part.
Okay.
You got to.
You have 2 seasons and a whole other friend
You have 3 seasons total.
That's not bad. I can get through that.
And there are 13 episodes each, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you about to have
so
a wang.
So this is the whack couple. What's the better
They're
couple?
not a whack couple.
No. This was just the most tame story of this.
Of the
particular
that was the
episode.
most tame?
Bitch, we're not done.
Yeah.
Oh Lord!
This is just a heads up too. This is the episode. Listeners have been waiting for this. We've been waiting for this.
I'm excited to listen too.
So it wraps up. They tell Alice that they about to renew their vows, and Alice was like,
she needs a respite.
All right. And then they were just like, okay, girl, whatever. And that was the end of them.
Yes.
Where would you like to go next?
Ooh,
I know we're already in Vegas, but we're gonna skip them for the very last. Yeah.
Let's go with Venmo Vixen.
Venmo Vixen.
Cash App Cunt.
PayPal Pussy.
The Mulatto MoneyGram.
And the Western Union Wench. And Scott.
In Squat.
Squat.
So
I actually want to know about this, so I was on live earlier and said that I was coming to Jade and XD, and they said that these would be my AKAs. So who is this?
Oh my god! You should fight everybody.
You should fight
I'm not gonna lie.
everybody.
I heard the Cash App paper. I heard all of these, and they were like, "Ooh,
especially for the Mulatto MoneyGram, you should fight everybody."
There was only one listener, but they know I be selling my foot pictures on Cash App. So should I hate my listeners?
Every last one of them.
Fight everybody. Fight everybody.
This is the only one that I heard of when I was on my life. So talk to me.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
I'm sorry.
Let me put you on.
Oh my god.
Let me put you on the Mulatto MoneyGram. So, her real name is Lizzie. Or
Okay.
Elizabeth.
Which I can totally see her name being.
Yeah.
Fuck you, bitch.
You know she look like a Lizzie.
No, I do not. I'm a Mandii.
So let me give you a brief story about
Brief story,
this.
okay.
So this storyline, they're the prize couple because they're on every season of this show.
Okay.
All 3 seasons.
I would be a prize. Go ahead.
Lizzie is the felon.
Okay.
She
For 10 years.
For 10 years. She got locked up for a DUI, but I feel like that was one of her strikes or whatever.
Yes.
And also she had a really bad heroin addiction. So
Okay.
over the course of 10 years, she scammed over $800,000 from men.
Shit, that pussy fire.
But the thing is, she was in prison, so she didn't do anything. All she did was sell pictures and whatever. She was tricking from prison.
I like her.
Right.
Carry on.
Queen.
A true queen.
Until you find out what she did with all the money.
Heroin.
No way.
Yeah.
She smoked.
$800,000? How do you smoke $800,000 worth of heroin?
She shot it.
How do you shoot $800,000?
I didn't.
No, she shot it, and to prevent, and now she's clean. Or she's sober.
Yeah.
And she tattooed scriptures where she used to shoot up, so it'll prevent her from shooting up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she's a born again virgin. Whatever.
Catholic.
Sounds cute.
The boo that is in with her is this white guy named Scott from California.
Started off as a trick.
He started off as a trick, and then she kind of she low-key felt sorry for him. And they developed some sort of relationship. Over the course of their 3 or 4 year relationship, he's given her $143,000. He is in debt up the wazoo. And, she got out of prison last season, and he bought her a ring, and he's in debt, and he told her that he didn't have any money, and so she was like, if you don't have any money, I have no use for you.
I don't need to be with you.
So
anyway, this episode.
Yep.
I can see how they would say.
Yeah.
She's walking around in a towel that she stole from a hotel. Mm-hmm. It definitely was a hotel towel.
From the Hojo.
For sure. And,
because remember last episode, she accused Scott of
having a dope spoon.
Yeah, having a
crack
dope spoon
in his drawer. Mm-hmm. So, Mandi's face
again, drama. Yeah.
So she's walking around in this towel, and his homegirl Charlene Tokyo Tony comes home.
Yeah,
she's got pierced cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
So Tokyo,
I call her live action Addie.
Calls her live action Addie
because she has like pigtails and like a bang, just like the Addie doll from American Girl.
I like Tokyo Tony though,
but she's not as certifiably crazy.
She's not.
Okay,
yeah, no.
Okay, because that bitch is wild.
Charlene has a good relatively good head on her shoulders. She just has her face pierced.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
So Charlene comes home in her nurse's outfit. She works at the pediatric department.
She is a CNA. I was like, you better be a phlebotomist.
She's a tech. Calm down.
Oh, definitely. She's a tech.
That interesting.
$10 an hour. She wipes ass.
No
Got
stress.
you.
No
Of course.
stress.
Which is fine.
No judge.
So
A job
she
is a
comes
job
home,
in this economy.
She's like,
It
it was
is.
a long day, and here goes this bitch, and they square off. Hello.
Right.
And Charlene goes,
Oh, you're here.
No, you're here.
Oh.
Yes, I am. I'm here.
So essentially, Lizzie confronts Scott with Charlene right there.
She calls Scott.
And
She's from Wisconsin.
yeah. And so she basically is like, tell her what you told me. So on the beach.
She's like, you want to see this?
Right.
Let me show you this.
Right.
You want to see this? And she pulls out her ring box.
Right. Oh, right. So
Not
Scott gave her a ring on the beach. And she's
gave
like,
her a
nigga,
promise ring.
like, nigga, what the fuck? Like, we just starting to reconnect and get to know one another. Like, relax. Now you trying to love a marriage. Like, relax. I still don't even know your
Her
last
daughter
name.
also hates him.
We call her Blackish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when you see, you will
understand.
why.
So she pulls out ring, shows it to Charlene, and then they call Scott. And Scott comes in, and somehow it turns into a
Either her or me kind of situation.
it turns into one of those, even though you don't live here, bitch, and you can't even be here for a long period
right,
of time.
because Lizzie is out on a travel voucher because she is on parole.
Right.
Oh, so it's
She's
like
visiting.
almost halfway house.
No. She lives
requested.
on her own.
She
She requested it
requested.
through her parole officer. It was granted, but she's in Cali on a temporary travel voucher.
Got you.
So you
Understood.
don't even stay there, can't stay there, and you're telling this bitch that she got to go somewhere, or you're
Right.
telling him that this is his ultimatum. So then it turns into a conversation of Tokyo Tony goes, well, I think there's a drug situation going on here, and she was not referring to Scott. Because she was like, there's no way that this bitch can be this motherfucking crazy, and she's not using. So that's when Venmo Vixen flips it around and goes, well, you have to take a drug test. And he's like, okay, she goes, I'll take a drug test if you take a drug test.
And then they just look at each other awkwardly.
Yeah, squared off.
Yeah.
Puffy and the nigga in
About
the
both
white
taking
coat.
drug tests.
Yeah, so Lizzie thinks she is okay because she's on parole, so she knows she ain't got it. And we've actively seen her, like, she's been on a date and she didn't drink. She actively told us it was virgin.
Yeah, it was a mocktail.
It was a mocktail. We know she doesn't smoke or drink.
Only thing she huffs is Cheetos.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, with someone on parole, like, it's a scary, like, that's, like, they really be like that.
Yeah.
See, I don't know, because there's another nigga who's on parole who lost his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
wait.
oh, well, no.
Yeah.
It's definitely, because...
I feel like women, I can't even say that either.
Go ahead.
Because Tracy violated her parole too.
Yep, and guess who went the fuck back? So,
Did.
And my
But-
nigga violated his, so...
See?
yep, and we'll get to that.
We're going to get to that.
Yeah.
So,
So,
yeah, that was pretty much it for them because they haven't taken the test yet.
they haven't taken the test
So next
yet.
episode, maybe the results, or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Who's next? Top 3.
Black Mormon, Weave Lady, and Baby Nut.
Oh my God! So I audibly hollered all through their seats, like I
Let me
was
tell
in the
you.
house by myself, eating Wingstop, smoking blunts,
Yeah.
making food from Makosa, and
Brief, so you know. Black Mormon Weave Lady is exactly what she is.
what you think she is.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a Black Mormon Weave Lady from Utah. We call her
Say
Weave
less.
Lady because she has a weave. I'm not telling you if it's good or bad. It's just she
It's
has a
a
weave.
weave.
Yeah,
Okay.
And she's Mormon and she's black.
Yeah.
And she married a nigga who's a Crip.
Yeah.
His name is Lamar Jackson.
Yes, it
All
is.
AKA.
Of course his name is.
Yeah,
AKA
AKA
Baby
Baby
Nuck.
Nuck. That's his rap name. You can find him on all streaming platforms with his hit single "Unhook,
Unhook
My Khakis."
Baby Nuck if you
Yeah,
buck.
Yeah.
N-U-C-C.
Yeah.
Oh, and you see
Crip way.
UCC,
The
yeah.
Crip way. No, oh, got you.
Only on the left side. Why? Because that's the Crip side.
Yep. And he's been Baby Nuck since before Crime Mob because that nigga's 42.
Absolutely.
Oh,
and if you
hell.
look on his Instagram, he showed like a Throwback Thursday, even though it's not Thursday. Yeah. Posted 15 hours ago. Yeah, but all his pictures from
Ute.
Yeah.
And they look how?
Like a
Like
Polaroid.
like an NWA,
Let me see. Yeah, show me.
Hold
I do
please.
want to
Show me.
see.
Show me.
Yeah, let's look. You want to start the thing? Jada?
Okay, so audibly hollered, like howled the entire scene because. So remember last episode, Black Mormon Weave Lady's like, you need to see me in my
So
element.
swipe. Oh yeah, look.
Where's he at? Where you at, bruh? This looks like.
Oh, he tagged.
This looks like straight out of. Oh wow! Oh,
Which
it's
one
a
is he?
Jerry curl. It's
this
a
one?
Jerry curl.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Mind you, Lamar was locked up for 20 years.
First of all, why are all of the heads cut off on all the pictures?
Can I also tell you that he posted this 22 hours ago,
screaming.
which was a Tuesday? So maybe he
so throwback
throwback
Tuesday.
Tuesday. He ain't know. He ain't know that the T
Well,
was
Baby
Thursday.
Nuck was locked up for 20 years, so we're gonna pardon that.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
threatening. Like,
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Hold on,
at least it was a T day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
He posted that on
He
Tuesday.
also has free Shaggy Shane.
Yeah.
Free him.
Yeah. Free Shaggy Shane. Oh, Shaggy Shane got braids.
Yeah. Hold up. How did they let you have footballs in prison? I'm a child chiller gorilla and did some time at CIW, and not once did I see a ball of any kind. Nah, not for the yards we was on, but that was picture day. Prison be having food and pick sales sometimes.
Wait,
so hold
not
on a
picture day.
second.
They get a football.
Hold on. So there's a picture day in prison?
And they give them filters.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
I'm dead.
Oh wow. Oh wow. I learned so much about the prison system watching this show. Yeah.
So do I.
I'm like, this is. I had no idea they had picture day.
Yeah.
So did I.
Yeah, they got backgrounds and airbrush.
Because when my cousin was locked up, we never got like professional pictures. We just got like
pictures in prison look like club pictures in Detroit.
Club pictures
yeah.
for sure.
I've
In
seen them.
Orlando,
Like I've
back in
seen them, but I
2009.
thought I've seen them, but I thought it was like what you take with your families. Like I've seen the backdrops of those, but like my cousin, he would just send us pictures. I guess somebody would take a camera or whatever.
Yeah, same
And
here.
then they get them. I don't know how they develop shit in prison, but that's how he would send us pictures.
They're crafty.
Yeah. So either way, yeah. But he's also a great artist, and so he drew like self portraits and most of that stuff. So it was pretty dope.
Like, here, guys, it's a selfie.
I mean,
So.
like in that movie, Snowpiercer. Have y'all seen Snowpiercer?
I have
With
not.
with one of the Chris's, I don't know
I was
which one
thinking
it is.
Snow on the Bluff. Sorry.
No,
I did see
Snow-
that in
Oh.
Atlanta.
We talked
Yeah.
about that. Years
That
ago.
was that
We
goddamn
talked about
shit.
that
years
should be
ago.
on Love After Lockup.
Absolutely.
Okay,
So, last episode, Black Mormon Weave Lady is saying, you need to come see in my element. I'm ready to go eat pie. You know what I'm saying?
And have
I'm ready for
Christmas cheer.
Christmas cheer on my porch. You know what I'm saying?
Fahu
Like,
Doris.
So she's like, I know all of your niggas. You know what I'm saying? Free, who is that? Little Shaddy? What was his name? Free all of them.
Yeah.
But
them.
she was like, you need to see me in my
Shaggy
element. You
Shade.
need to see my Crips. And so they take a trip to Utah. Now, the first time I screamed in the scene, because there were multiple, Baby Nuck was playing original tunes in the car on the road trip.
Yeah.
Wait, his own
His
music.
own music,
His
yeah.
own music.
Every time there's a scene, we hear a new original song
Yes.
from Baby Nut.
I'm not gonna lie, he's very business minded to have that set
First
up
of all, that
way.
nigga drives a
Absolutely.
better whip than his wife.
Yeah.
He drives a Mercedes?
Yes.
Because he's still pushing weight, but it's cool. Something. No? He has a job?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think.
Right.
I don't think so.
The job, the Noah isn't paying them if she doesn't have an upgraded whip.
All I know is he's been in prison for 20 years and managed to cop himself a Mercedes.
Yeah.
That's all you have to say.
That's it.
Okay, valid.
So
They're in Utah.
So they
they're
go
in
to
Utah.
Utah.
Now, the whole time, Baby Nuck is like, and I felt the same way. He was like, they're going to try to convert me to being a Mormon.
Yeah, he was like, I ain't gonna be no Mormon. He's like, yo, my granddaddy come up out his grave and slapped the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Another time I hollered. It's like, I saw. He was like, nah. He's
Yeah,
like, nah, that ain't
nah,
it.
nah,
That ain't
nah.
it. I'm not gonna be no Mormon.
Yeah, I'm not going to be no Mormon.
So then, they're on their way to the queue. Mm-hmm. This is Utah's version of a curry queue.
Yeah.
If you don't know what a curry Q is, it's a Trinidadian barbecue where everything is curried. Curried crab, curried chicken,
curry toast,
curried boat. Yes, everything.
Yeah.
So anyway,
curry tang.
They're headed to the
tang.
Utah curry Q, and it's a lime. They're going to a lime.
And then they see.
Hold on. Third time, I screamed. They pan to Baby Nuck's outfit for the curry Q. My nigga had on a gray Dickies outfit with his blue rag.
No, he didn't.
Tied around his neck.
No, he didn't.
Well, he did.
And
No, he didn't.
Bitch.
He came dressed to the nines.
He was like,
Glock.
Let me go put on my uniform. I screamed at this nigga's outfit. Like, screamed.
No, he didn't.
So they on their way to the curry Q. Go ahead. They get to the curry Q.
So they get to the function, and we all see, black Mormon weave ladies hating ass bitch girlfriends.
Oh yeah.
Because all her friends are racist.
Even the black one.
And she recognized she said something about her friends, and she was kind of like, they shady, but she loves them or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's very aware, and this is the first time I've ever noticed how aware she is about her being black in Utah, because they were driving. She's like, oh, it's finally about to be 2 blacks in Utah.
Oh!
I was like, you're right, because there's only 2. Y'all 2.
There's only 2 of them.
And all the Mormons are in Utah, too.
Yeah, so...
Oh, and the kids are... Yeah. The kids are watching themselves.
Yeah, because... I mean, they already do.
Because they raised their mother.
Yeah, they raised their mother. So she has 3 children.
Their ancestors.
Oh, my God.
Again, can't make this up.
No, I see.
Her children are ancestors, for sure. So,
And the hair runs in the family, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Mad weave, son. Mad weave. The bedposts, they got wigs hanging galore.
Yeah, mad wigs. Mad gildas about.
You know how you have ivies hanging in your house?
Yes.
They've got wigs.
Got
So they get there, and he's talking to the hating ass black friend.
Named Michelle.
Who I guess she's been
trying to break them up since the beginning, and I've never really cared for her hating ass bitch ass friends.
Nope.
But Michelle is the one that makes me upset the most. Now there's one
you're the only
thing,
other black bitch in Utah,
right? And now I understand. Like, I had my apprehensions about, like, girl, you are going to marry this man who's straight out of prison. You have a teenage daughter. Like, that's not, and you just married him and son, like. That's just weird for safety reasons, right? But thank God.
They were together 6 years when he was in jail.
Right. So thank God things have turned out all right for the most part, right?
Outside of him going back.
Right.
That's another question.
Oh, yeah, he went back.
He went back, but he got
yeah.
They all do.
But, like, her hating ass homegirl was just kind of like, so what's your plan? What are you trying to do? And Lamar was like, listen, I just got out. I like the fact that my wife is enjoying her life here or whatever, but, like, I'm not trying to move here right now. And it's valid. Like, and so I guess her friend was trying to be like, so when are you coming back? Like, trying to figure out what are your intentions with, my friend.
Girl.
But it's also like, well, too late because we're married. Did she go to the wedding?
I don't think so.
What type
Only
of
the
wedding
white
did they
girl
have?
They had a real wedding.
I don't remember seeing
a real
that.
wedding, not a courthouse
No,
wedding.
they had a real wedding. They had a wedding.
Yeah, it was nice. They had a blue cake.
Yeah. Because
it was a blue
Crip.
velvet.
She said it. She goes,
It's true.
You said blue velvet?
They had a blue cake because he's a Crip. Can you make the cake blue because my husband-to-be is a Crip?
Bro, he did not have a blue velvet cake.
And she tells everybody that he's a Crip.
Who went to the car dealership.
They needed a blue car.
No, but she went and said, I'm buying this for my husband. He's about to get out of jail. I'm buying this for my fiance. He's about to get out of jail. He's a Crip.
Oh, she liked it. She was a little
She likes it. She got a little fetish.
She liked it. That's a fetish, for sure.
Right.
For sure. Danger.
So I don't know how the conversation turns with a hating ass black friend, but some kind of way she's trying to vouch for the white people food, and
that was the first how this all started.
Yes,
because they walk out, both Michelle and Lamar walk out, and they said,
fourth time I hollered.
They said, nigga, they got chitlins.
He goes, white people can't make no chitlins. Scream.
Wait.
Because why on earth?
Wait, but chitlins also in Utah? That you
There
not
we
even
go.
in the South.
That's where the issue lies for me.
Chitlins in Utah by white people. That doesn't make sense.
That is hilariously racist.
It's so racist. It's more racist than you bringing fried chicken to the function, honestly. Truly.
Because you went out of your way.
Yeah.
You did.
I brought chitterlings and collard greens.
Yeah. Not fried chicken. Fried chicken, they're like, all right.
You bring fried chicken and watermelon, bitch, I'm slapping the shit out of you. You bring chitlins?
Right.
Somebody's dead.
But in Utah, with only one of the black
somebody
person,
is dying.
Right.
And she's already an Auntie Ruckus at this point. So
she's actually not.
Very black.
She's just Mormon. It's fascinating. It's fascinating.
Yeah, she's
actually.
she's very culturally aware.
She's not even woke. She's
she's
just black.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she's Mormon. It's
and like
very,
even when it comes to like her hair, she's like
a white lady do her weave.
A white.
You can never do that.
Well, see, Mormons are ultra nice because her Mormon friend took a class to learn how to do weave so she could do her friend's hair.
So in the first season, when her friend came by the crib for she was like, I need my tracks tightened.
I cannot.
And the
And
white
so
friend's like,
Karen
okay,
from finance
not a problem.
came.
Let me pull out my crochet needle and let's get to work.
Karen from finance showed up and got to sewing. And she didn't bump the ends or nothing, but she tracks are there.
She tightened up the tracks.
The fact that this is real life.
Yeah. Can't make it up.
Nope.
That's not the producers.
No.
Because that's far too creative.
Yeah.
Far too creative for anybody to come up with. So anyway, they get to the function and the friend, blah, 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 blah. So then it pans to Baby Nuck basically being surrounded because they're trying to convert him to Mormonism. He's out there with the menfolk.
Yeah, fly fishing.
Yeah, and the devil himself was there, if you saw. The nigga with the red hair and red beard.
Yeah.
In the flesh.
I don't know if he was a devil. I just feel like he was, like, they were just, like, uber nice. And the whole time, Lamar is like, oh, this is some children of the corn shit.
Yeah, he said it. No, that fifth time I hollered.
Yeah.
Fifth time I hollered. He's children of the corn shit.
Because they were actively recruiting.
And they were like, well, if you don't, want to become a Mormon, you can come to the church a few times. And he was like, nah, I'm cool.
And the whole time I'm thinking, I've seen this before. Where have I seen it? Scientology.
Why did I think the same thing? That's when I called you, but you were asleep. So I screamed all through their scenes, but it ends basically with him saying, I'm not moving to Utah.
Right.
That's going to be that on that.
Valid.
And they got to figure it out.
Valid.
Yeah. Let's take a break.
Yes.
And we'll be back after these messages with the rest of Life After Lockup and some more fun stuff.
Okay, so work's done and you're craving something spicy and salty. I know. What I do is snack on Blue Diamond wasabi and soy sauce flavored almonds. They're so good, and almonds are a superfood. Don't deny your cravings, eat them. Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.
Where do ideas start? In the shower? On the bus? On vacation? When you're hanging out with friends? There's no rhyme, reason, or rules to when a good idea starts. And then once you've had a good idea, what do you do with it? Let it sit alone in your head? Or put it online with GoDaddy for the world to see? Where are you now? Do you have an idea? If you do, go to GoDaddy.com and get started with a domain and a website. You can do it right now from your phone. GoDaddy.com. All the help and tools you need online.
And we're back, and it's the most wonderful time of the year. The 2019 FabFitFun Fall Box is now on pre-sale.
Woo.
So, the FabFitFun Box is literally my favorite times of the year. We talk about it all the time. It's Christmas 4 times a year. Absolutely fantastic. The subscription itself, the fact that you get all of these things for such a low price, you get full-size products. I find so many things that
Ain't no trial size, bitch.
Ain't no trial size. I've gotten robes. I've gotten massagers, amazing face products. There's scrubs, face masks that I still use.
Same.
You know
and
what I'm
because you
saying?
get a lot of it, and like there's a reason why it only comes out a quarter, because you get so much stuff.
Our favorite, the hand cream.
Oh, girl, it's in my bag now.
Oh, pull it out right now.
Oh, it's in the kitchen.
Yes, but the FabFitFun box is my absolute favorite thing. FabFitFun is a women's lifestyle subscription box filled with full-size premium beauty, lifestyle, fitness, home, and tech products sent straight to your doorstep each season. We take the hassle out of shopping by doing it for you. Each box is customized to your specific interests, and they deliver the seasonal must-haves you need. Please believe me when I say must-haves. The fall box is the perfect way to treat yourself or others and get yourself ready for autumn with their carefully curated box of products. This box has everything you need for your best fall yet. Save money on quality full-size products today because these deals do not last long. I don't even know how much to express my love for FabFitFun.
Same.
I don't know how much to express my love
I know
for FabFitFun.
it's marketed for women, but I have it, and not just because I'm,
who you are.
who I am, but it's really good for everybody. And if not, get it for gift. Get it as a gift.
Get
It's
it
so
as a
good.
gift. FabFitFun is a seasonal subscription box with full-size beauty, fitness, fashion, and lifestyle products. It retails for $49.99, but always has a value of over $200. Literally Christmas. Use coupon code JADEXD for $10 off your first box at www.fabfitfun.com. Use coupon code JADEXD for $10 off your first box at www.fabfitfun.com.
Yeah, so life after lockup. I
All
got
right,
two
who's second
more.
to last? You know what? Let's go
Tiles?
with Scrabble Tiles.
So we call them Scrabble tiles because when you watch the show, it's how they switch them out.
Mm-hmm.
So this
Okay.
particular couple is not a couple; it's 3 people involved.
A throuple. Okay.
But they're not
They're
all
not a
together.
throuple, though.
This nigga was playing 2 women from prison.
And now they're playing themselves.
Yep.
Sounds like jailbirds. Okay.
So
Yes, love on the
Yeah,
bowl.
okay,
Yes,
got you.
exactly.
Okay, that's exactly
Yeah.
what I'm
Exactly.
gonna reference it to. Got you.
Just out in the real world.
Got you.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So, where should we begin? Pregnant Brooke-
well, she's not pregnant anymore.
Back to fake Brooke Hogan.
Back to fake Brooke Hogan.
Fake Brooke Hogan is in the car in her best dress barn blazer.
I thought she was going to a job interview.
Same. I said, well, she's not gonna be serving tables no more. That's
Right,
cute.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like to get out of the service industry. Celebration.
Yeah.
Same. Sis.
So
Celebration, bravo.
she's not going to a job interview. She's going to a divorce interview.
And when I tell you, I rejoiced. I was
joy,
like,
joy in my
finally.
heart,
finally.
nigga.
This is the problem that I have with the show is that it makes me root for a white woman.
Yeah.
But in the whole I was like, finally, loose yourself. Free yourself. Free Sarah.
I literally was sitting on the couch. Finally! I was so fucking happy.
Yeah.
This bitch was going to see an attorney.
Yeah. Finally.
So she goes and sits down, and when she's telling the attorney the whole story, because the attorney's like, well, what? So why do you want to get divorced?
Yeah.
Like you have
Fake
2
Gloria
kids.
Allred
What's
was
going
like,
on?
what's happening?
What's going on? And she tells her everything, and she's like,
Why aren't you
well,
divorced
why
now?
didn't you get divorced sooner?
Right.
And she's like, I wanted to make it work. I just was trying.
A lot of
No,
valid.
no one ever wants to get divorced. You want
No,
to
you
to work, and she got 2 kids by this
And
time.
it costs
so,
money.
Yeah.
Divorces are not cheap.
No, they're not. And
They're not.
And she don't have no money, and she's
Correct.
raising them kids alone.
Yeah.
So,
And it's not like she will get child support because,
so I'm glad she just finally had the strength to do it.
Yeah.
Just pretty damn fucking.
Yeah.
happy.
Only and like, I hate the fact that she's a mom of 2 black girls, and it's like she got to take on this all on her own.
And
And
it's
so
a white woman.
Yeah.
Oh, with 2 biracial children.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's just like,
Yeah.
they gotta be all. She gotta be all right for them, and it's
Yeah.
not fair to the girls.
Yeah.
Because they ain't shit father. So I feel my heart goes out to her because I'm like, damn. And
Yeah, at
so
times.
I understand why she acts the way she does because I'd be frustrated too. Like,
Yeah.
hey, First
She's
of all,
between a rock and a hard place. Truly.
Right. So
Truly.
I get it. Like people give her guff for her black scent.
Yeah,
and I'm like, yeah, okay, but there's
not black scent. Go away.
She does.
no,
she has
that ass
it. But also, like I said, all the white girls in
Because her
Rochester
regular
talk
accent
like
came out
that.
all through this episode.
She's a Rachel Dolezal.
No.
Okay, not that.
She's just a white girl that's got pregnant by a nigga.
You ever you remember My Buddy and Kid Sister?
Okay.
Well, my mom is a white woman who got pregnant by a nigga.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a black scent, but she does cook collard greens and oxtail.
I mean,
so is it similar?
No.
No.
You'll
Like my
see.
mom knows she can't say the N word.
Right.
Okay. There. Yeah. This. She doesn't.
Yeah,
All you had to say?
They've edited it out quickly.
No.
But they tried to edit it where they didn't, where they made it look like they didn't edit it. Like they didn't even want you to catch the edit.
Right.
It wasn't even just a bleep.
Not even a bleep.
It was a
Bitch,
bleep.
we
it
gon'
was like
we gon'
it was
cut
like
we knew what
we knew
happened.
what it was like. This.
However, in those times, I wasn't mad. I was like, yeah. You shouldn't have said it. You should have just wrote it. You should have just texted me.
Right, or you done like comment in the video, in the come close video, but, nigga, on the poster board.
Yeah, because it was deserved.
Y'all better not do no shit like that, you 7 white listeners.
All 9 of you stop at once.
Better not.
That includes people at the network who listen.
Oh yeah, we say it all the time. We have 27 white listeners.
No, we've got
We
8.
went from 13 to 27, so this is growth.
Yeah, way more
growth.
Yeah,
But every time we see them at a live show, they take black dick. So I don't even know how that works.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. Like,
different.
it's different.
It's different.
It's like, damn, you're white, but you got black in you.
Yeah.
Kind of.
From time to time.
Yeah, but you don't.
But you
And
don't.
that's what,
But you don't. Got
So,
you. Okay, so
she
she's
goes to see the
divorcing.
attorney.
Got you.
pan away to the best part of the episode, or excuse me, of their scene. Megan Jazzy Shoulders goes over to her daddy's house. Now, go ahead.
I have to explain? Oh, okay, so there's a third person involved. We call her Jazzy Shoulders, or Maggie J, even though that's not her last name. It's Nash. But she dresses in like Chico's finest.
Not even really though.
Like easy.
The
pickings.
bitty bum sleeves.
Not more like a strawberry.
Okay.
Yeah,
More like strawberry looks.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she like puts on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, she puts on everything.
Yeah,
the shoulders are always exposed. As much other things is happening.
Say less.
The shoulders.
Say
be
less.
out. So she decides that she needs to go over to her parents' house to go talk to her father because her mother refuses to be on camera. I have come to this conclusion. I stand by it. She also posted her mother on her Instagram. Did you see? Mm-hmm. She posted her mother on her Instagram, and this is how I know. This is how I know that mother said, "Don't put me on that shit. You're not about to embarrass me on live TV." I told this nigga. He was like, "Maybe she doesn't." I said, "No, she definitely has a mother. She just don't want to be associated."
Right, and I was just like, "Oh well, I get it now."
So she goes over to her daddy's house to tell him all the stuff that's been going on in her life. And she hits him right upside his head. So I went to Flint, and I was there to basically welcome Michael when he got out of jail.
Oh, wait, he a Detroit nigga?
Flint.
Same shit. Well, not really. Oh, yeah. Flint.
Same nigga. Mm-hmm. So
you got Saginaw, Flint, Detroit, all right there. Okay,
real niggly ass.
Got you.
Real niggly ass community.
Got you.
So
this is one of Megan's. We did a gift. So that's her like fashion. Her like
her fashions.
And that's actually lace in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Did she make that? Lace. Because where do you buy something?
I'm going to say yes. Yeah. She made it.
No, she didn't make it.
Me by Megan.
Yeah, me by. Oh, that's her clothing line. That's her clothing line
that we've given her.
She's coming out. She's an entrepreneur. She's coming out with a clothing line and a rental car company.
Yep.
Okay.
So
go ahead.
So goes.
So
niggas.
So she goes to her daddy's, and her daddy is in the kitchen, whipping up in the kitchen.
He was making
chicken.
fajitas.
Yeah. Oh, is that what we was making?
He was making fajitas.
Okay.
Yes.
And so she drops him with the okie doke and tells him everything that's going on. And daddy stops cooking. And he's like...
Put him on the phone.
Okay. Before he does that, he's like... what's going on? Like, what's going on with you? He's like, your mama got good intuition. Your grandmama got good intuition. What happened?
Yeah, he literally.
Seventh time I screamed in this episode. I said, that's how we know she has a mother. So he is going in on her and her stupid ass decision. So then, put him on the phone.
Yeah. So she FaceTimes Michael's the nigga's name.
Bay. Gotcha.
Yeah. And
Braids.
Yeah, braids.
Bray.
Yeah. And because he doesn't finish words.
No, he doesn't finish the ends of.
You know how like Ariana Grande sings? Like that's exactly how he speaks. Like he doesn't enunciate. He just utters sounds.
What's an Ariana Grande song? Have I ever heard one?
Please give something.
I'm sure. How does he say? I love you.
Oh, did she sing that breathing song?
Breathing.
Yeah.
Breathing,
See how she says she don't say breathing?
breathing.
She'd be like, breathe it, breathe it, breathe it. You see how it stops?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He only utters sounds.
I'm dead.
And it
for
sounds
both of y'all.
like words.
Yeah.
I have to watch the show with subtitles or closed captions on.
I can't wait to tell you the 9th time I screamed. So he FaceTimes him, and that was the 8th time I screamed because it was not Megan's face when Michael opened up the FaceTime. It was her daddy's.
It was the daddy face.
Big black ass face. He's a big black ass nigga with moles. Like he's a big black ass nigga.
Like I know he's done security at a club and church.
Yeah. You know when you see them big black niggas with moles on their face and they just
why
that
do
was
I
her
know?
dad. And so he puts himself in stance. He gets on the FaceTime, but he still like stances in the fucking kitchen. That's actually the 9th time I screamed. I was like, what was it? Real nigga stance. So he's like, yeah, what's up, bruh?
Mind you, all on FaceTime, so you puffing up your chest
on
because on FaceTime.
So Michael he actually don't flinch.
Yeah, well, I mean, what can he do?
Who flinches through FaceTime?
Yeah, but you know how even if somebody's daddy called you like that, you might be like,
but you might
be a little.
But this is
off.
how I knew he's really over Megan because of the fact that, mind you, last episode Megan says to the camera, "My boyfriend had a second child with his wife."
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You said you're done with this, right?
Yeah.
And so like, and also he's pissed at Megan because she was kicking it with his homeboy while he was locked up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is a whole.
Although he lied to her about being married and having a baby on the way.
Yeah. So, Daddy is going in on her. He is pissed, okay? He is pissed and he's like bewildered. He cannot understand what's going on with his daughter. And that's pretty much what happened with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
she has a conversation later on with Michael, right? No?
No. That's
that was it.
Yeah,
that was it for them.
Mm-hmm. That was it.
Ooh, baby, let's move on to the best part of the episode.
Last part of the episode.
Best worst.
Last week
Why
we
am
saw...
I envisioning all these people and I don't even know what they look like?
That's
I'll
good.
show you after.
Okay, good, because I feel like
that means we're doing a good job.
I'm about to be tuned in because this is all the drama that I want.
So,
baby.
Marcelino and Barnes, Injury
Attorneys,
Attorneys, 100-888-8888 in Dyke Gen.
Yes.
Oh God. So this is actually a really serious situation.
It was
happened.
actually.
Like,
That's
it's
why
not
I was
even
like,
funny.
Actually, it wasn't the best. It was the worst.
It was really
Yeah.
sad. Marcelino
Somebody getting
fucked
deported?
almost.
Okay.
Worse. Well, no. Excuse me. No, not worse. That's no.
Marcelino sound kind of.
But something terrible has happened.
Okay.
Yeah. So Marcelino is married to Brittany. Brittany is the felon, and she's on parole.
Marcelino is a man.
Yes.
He's a man.
Okay.
He's 41 years old, military veteran,
Married
writer.
to a felon.
Yeah, married to a
Gotcha.
felon, and he's also
Former backup dancer.
for Missy Elliott.
Gotcha. Okay.
A
Good.
model? He was a model.
He's a model, and he used to model for Sean John.
Sean John. He would not DK. No, yeah, he modeled for Sean John.
Okay.
and then
And he was in a
in
Missy Elliott video.
Yeah,
Okay, cute.
So,
like in 2001.
also professional gambler. Did you say that?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah,
Is it
just
worth it?
like-
Let me work it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I believe it. There was
Yeah.
a lot of men in
Yeah,
that video.
yeah. And the most racist part of the whole video.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
that.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, So this was really sad. So last episode we see that Marcelino is very adamant about getting full custody of Brittany's son because they've been raising him. He says for the past year.
Right.
The
And
son is how old?
The son is
3 or 4.
I think he's 4 at this point, and was with his father for the first 2 years when she was locked up. So their son is the most mannerable, pleasant child ever.
Like I want a show. Like he needs a show.
He needs a show.
He's so great.
When you watch him, you smile.
Okay.
He is just the most pleasant child in the world. So
he loves everybody.
He loves everybody. He loves Marcelino. He loves his daddy. He loves his mommy. Like he loves his little sister because Marcelino and Dyke Jan had a baby together.
Okay.
So they're married, all of that. So bought a house, did all of that. So that was last episode. He said he wants full custody. So he was on his way to no longer Mexican drug lord baby daddy's house.
I'm still holding on to Mexican drug lord baby daddy.
Yeah, well, I'm going to hold on to Blaxican.
Okay.
Drug lord baby daddy. Maybe those Mexican genes are strong, but the cadence of that man's voice, I don't know.
I don't know. I know plenty of Mexicans in California that speak like him, so.
Really? But you didn't sense the slight tinge of soul? Just
a
little bit?
I'm from San Jose.
We'll get to that.
I'm from,
We'll get
He's
to
Mexican.
that.
I saw Training Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Shout out to Andrew Fuqua.
Hey,
Fuqua.
shout out to him.
So,
cheating ass. No, go ahead.
Listen, cut it off.
Sorry, go ahead.
So, no, cut it off on him. So, anyway, he's like, I gotta go to this nigga's house. We gotta have a conversation face to face.
Which he did not. So here's the thing. His wife, or Brittany, has been very adamant, like, I will talk to him. This is our child together. Yeah, I get it. Like, Giovanni is the child's name, has been in your house too, because we're all married and stuff. But, like, this doesn't really concern you completely, sir. Like, let me work this out with my baby daddy.
Like, I know how to deal with him because I know how he is.
Right.
And we saw how he is.
Right. Now, when we first got introduced to Mexican drug lord baby daddy.
Questionable Mexican drug lord baby daddy.
He was a very pleasant, like, firm, but, pleasant. He welcomed Marcelino into his home. Marcelino came into his home with a chip on his shoulder. And, everybody, he's like, this is for my son. I want everything right. I'm glad Brittany's out so we could all be a family and I could get a little reprieve. And that's why.
And we're going to co-parent. Right. And it was very.
And which is why I understand, like, maybe he has been over there for the last year, but that's also because Brittany was locked up for a very long time.
Maybe
he needs to be with his mother. He
needs to spend time with his mom because he's a reasonable person. Maybe that's what he was thinking. We're not sure.
Right.
Marcelino gets there with an absurd request. So he sits down with Mexican drug lord baby daddy. Well, I think as two men we should be able to sit down and have a conversation. Questionable Mexican drug lord baby daddy is like, I don't know. I mean, he's like, yes, no, we can have a conversation. Marcelino says, we've been taking care of Giovanni for the last year. Pause, you right there. No, you haven't, is what he said.
Exactly.
No, he's like, no, he has not been with y'all for a year. Stop the bullshit. And I did not believe him.
Me either.
I did not.
And even if he was there for a year.
I don't even think Marcelino is like lying. I think he believes.
Right.
And I do believe that Giovanni has been with him the majority of the time. But again,
there's a reason for that.
There's a reason.
He needs to be with his mother. Exactly.
And his daddy needs a break.
Right.
So we don't even know.
Because we don't even know if
I've seen my child.
Right. And we don't even know if he has other children either. You know what I mean?
So he was like, you weren't at the Thanksgiving, you weren't at the birthday. And he was like,
Nick, what the fuck?
What? Like, first of all, there's plenty of parents who co-parent, but also do separate birthday celebrations.
Agreed.
Right. So it didn't seem like he has been an absent father by any means. That child was with his father.
Right.
Before, when she was locked up. And he tells Marcelino and Barnes, he's like, you don't know the whole story. Like, do you even know all the nitty gritty, the dirty? Like, do you know the dirty about? Like, do you know why he was with me? He's like, Do you know why the judge granted full-on custody to somebody?
Man, to the father, which is rare.
Which is very rare.
However, she did address that in that attorney's office the other week when she was like, I was served papers at a place when I was in jail. She's like, so I didn't know that I had to show up. I didn't know any of these things. So there's two sides to every story.
Always.
But I think there's a little validity to both of them.
Right.
So Marcelino is like, we want full custody. I want full custody. I want full custody of Giovanni. Questionable Mexican drug lord baby daddy is like,
his name is Tito.
Over my dead body.
Of course, his name is Tito.
Yeah.
Right. Over my dead body. He's like, no.
No.
He's like,
who is you?
I'll be dead before you take full custody of my son. That's it. And so they start going back and forth.
Yeah, this is serious.
He stands up. And then Marcelino stands up.
And they get to go.
These niggas square off and they fight.
Wait, they aired the
Oh
fight?
yes, and mind you, this show ain't for real. This show is for real, because if this was a Mona Scott production, they'd have security.
Security would have jumped in.
All that was there in that house was a cameraman and a producer, and the producer had to literally jump on top of them and pull them apart.
Like the jaws of life. And
right.
and the first time got his ass smacked like a fly.
Yep. And they both fought him. They both punched the producer.
They both got him.
No.
Like, get the fuck
move.
out of here. This ain't about you right now.
Well,
This was coffee
shit.
tables moving. Like, these niggas were on the ground. Like, they were fighting. Yeah. So the producers then cut the tape. Yeah. You know, they gotta handle all of this. So then it gets really sad.
Oof.
Because
it gets super intense. So eventually they break up the fight and Marcelino goes home. Mm-hmm. He's like, and the whole time he's like, I fucked up. Yep. And soon as he pulls up to his house,
she comes storming out of the house. What the fuck did you do? Tito is on the phone telling me that he is going to call the cops if I do not bring Giovanni to him in 30 minutes. And he's going to call the cops. What the fuck did you do?
Mind you, she is on parole. She doesn't, and Marcelino has been hounding her for her hanging out with her ex-felon friends.
Yep.
Like, oh, you're gonna end up in a situation like them. You know, you shouldn't be around them. You know, I'm trying to protect you, and he did the exact thing that he's been trying to protect her from, the police.
Yep. So then I guess some time passes and he calls again and says, I'm calling the police right now. They're on their way. And now this is getting ready to be super ugly. And I hate that because that baby is so sweet.
Right. I was about to say, you're involving a whole child who's innocent in this.
Because his manly pride is in the way.
And he knows he fucked up, but you realized it too late.
Too late.
$1 short and a day late. You should have sat there and ate your fucking rice and let things play out the way that they needed to play out. But now you let your ego get in the mix and you fucked up a whole situation.
You fucked up lives.
You fucked up lives because now that man does not want his child with you. You fought him. You all have a baby together. So what's going to happen between him and his baby sister? Fucked up. Marcelino.
Because I wouldn't want my child around him either. If I'm Mexican drug lord baby daddy, no, first of all, you're trying to take my son away from me with blatant lies.
Bullshit ain't it.
And two, now you're being violent. When it did not have to be this way at all because
he came at him wrong.
Yeah.
He came at him wrong.
And Marcelino has been done that since
day
last
one.
Season.
Literal day one, he has come at him wrong. With the wrong attitude.
I hate that y'all about to have me watching this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So,
because I'm here for all of this, but first off, that was the saddest part.
It was. That might have been the saddest thing of the entire series.
For it to be reality TV,
it was too reality.
But to know that there is an innocent child involved, it's like, damn.
Right. Yeah, it was real. It's really fucked up.
Right.
It's really fucked up. So,
and it's fucked up because you see production in the whole thing, and they're scrambling, oh nigga, what the fuck?
Yeah. You see them. You see
but
her
them editors when they put it together though.
Well, yeah, because I'm sure they had to put out a show, but I feel this is this is what we got, so roll it.
That's
Because Brittany cursing out production like, you think this is a fucking game.
Does Life After Lockup have the reunion? Like
no, they don't have a reunion.
They don't have a reunion?
However, WeTV, if you're listening.
I know you're aware of who the fuck we are now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So that's one of my favorites. Like, so I don't watch the Mona Scott productions, but Love and Hip Hop, their Atlanta reunion is going on right now.
Yeah.
I could watch the reunion and be good.
All you have to do is watch the reunion.
The reunion
of all shows.
is
shout out to Nina Parker.
And it's honestly one of my favorite things about Real Housewives. So I think they do for 90 Day Fiancé.
They do.
They did.
So for
do.
Life After Locked Up, a reunion would be amazing.
Which is why they should hire us.
Exactly.
Okay.
Everybody,
you guys have been doing a great job with tweeting WeTV, and they've been tweeting through it like Mo Giselle.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
It's all
Keep
right.
tweeting them, email them,
Yes.
email production, let them know like, hey, we popping and
I
they
would
need
love
us.
that.
Since day one.
I love reunions.
Yeah.
Like
Since
I think
day
that every
one.
reality show needs one.
It would be a good time, honestly. So we'll see what happens next week.
Yeah.
Next week is the finale?
No, we have 2 more episodes.
Two more episodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 more.
And then right after that, yeah, there's no break. Shit.
No.
There's no break.
Why is there
then
no break?
Because this is Life After Lockup, and then season 3 of Love After Lockup premieres on August 16th.
Ah, the difference. Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm aware.
So it started with Love After Lockup. There's 2 seasons.
I just know I watched some show, and the man, was it the man? Yeah. It was the man. The man was literally waiting for his woman to get out of jail because she got locked up while they were together. And he sat in the car all night. And the production was in the car with him while he was waiting on her to get out. But you didn't know when she was going to get out, so he was just standing at the back of a door.
Oh, that's when. It
was a white guy.
No, that's when Skinny Fat Bastard was waiting for Goddess to get.
Okay, so that's probably I caught an episode, and I was just like,
that sounds like when the day they got married.
Yeah, that might be it in Vegas.
Because he was out in.
That sounds about right.
Not in Vegas.
Wait, so
they were in Texas.
Okay,
because they were at a bar.
Yeah.
And they got married at a saloon.
Yeah.
And she got locked up. And he literally was just like, but I have to wait because that's my wife. And he sat outside and waited for her to come out this back door. And the production showed like mad random people, but he sat out there for hours waiting on her.
Yeah, that sounds it.
I married my baby at the Bang Bang Gotcha.
I would never. I would never. I'm against all of it.
Oh, but that is
against all of it to an extent.
Let's take another break and then we'll be back.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What matters when you start a business is you and your idea, not when you start it. So if you make up your mind and go for it, GoDaddy has all the help and tools you need to bring it online. Start today at GoDaddy.com, because open we stand.
What makes a business a business? It's not the circumstances of a world that woke up on the wrong side of the bed that year, that decade. It's the everyday entrepreneur ready to put themselves out there. We're all sailing against the wind right now, but we will make it to shore. It's been done before, and we will do it again.
To help you get started, we're offering websites, marketing tools, and guidance all for free. Learn more at GoDaddy.com.
And we're back.
Okay, so in the spirit of Love After Lockup, and our beautiful guest, Mandii B, being here. Mandii B,
speak on my ancientness,
decided to let us know that she too had a Love After Lockup situation.
I did.
This is Love After Lockup in real life.
Yeah.
I did.
That time you dated a felon.
So I met him first off on Tinder, which is why none of you guys should be on dating apps.
I'm sorry, what? He was on
I met him
Tinder,
on Tinder
while in prison?
No, he was out of prison.
Okay.
But this was a few months after being released. I didn't know. He was just fine as fuck.
Gotcha. That's fair.
He did 8 years. And I was like, okay. So of course I needed to know what he did.
The problem is in my head I see like the production, like the Mandii. Like
what?
Comedian. And then like that nigga on parole 8 years.
So,
aggravated assault.
Don't do that.
Nigga.
Don't do
was that the charge?
No.
Oh, okay.
But so I met him. He was very good. I can't.
I'm only thinking of charges that would grant somebody 8 years. That's why I'm like. Right.
So luckily it wasn't criminal. Okay. I think.
All right. What do you mean not criminal? He was
like
in prison.
jail. He didn't kill nobody.
You mean it wasn't a violent crime?
There you go. That's what it was.
There we go.
Okay.
So it wasn't violent.
It was just drugs. That's fine.
It wasn't drugs. He sold guns.
Oh, okay.
It's New York, so you get a lot of time for that.
Yeah.
That's felon.
You can even get it, even if gun possession you would
that's
get that.
Federal.
Right.
That's federal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what it was. And he had been in and out since like 16. So outside of the 8 years he had done prison time as adolescent as well.
Let me ask you a question.
You were Baby Nup.
Did he have silver teeth at any point in his life?
Oh, he had golds.
No. As a child.
Like, did he have silver
That
teeth?
I don't
Did he
know.
have silver caps?
That I don't know.
Find out.
I will.
It's an ongoing research study.
Okay, ongoing research.
We're doing some nonprofit work.
So yeah, we met and I really liked him. So we started hanging out. He was dope, energy. Mind you, let me tell you, the first time he came over to my house, I felt bad. So I'm really into, and you spoke on this earlier, I'm really into jail stories. So without realizing his thing,
true crime.
Yeah.
he literally walks in and Lock Up Raw is on TV. And I was like, fuck. So we're talking.
Great show, MSNBC.
But it's niggas in prison talking about a sentence. And I was like, oh, as I'm realizing, because I'm asking about the scar on his face.
Oh, he got a
I'm
buck
like,
50.
oh, this isn't right. So I turned to Hollow Man real quick. I literally changed the channel. Hollow Man was on, and I said, this is not the right show to be on TV while he's in my house.
Shout out to you. Self-awareness.
I did. Self-awareness. Mind you, I love Locked Up Abroad.
Great
Locked
show.
Up Raw. Anything. I don't know if you guys also listen to crime podcasts, but I'm into Monster, Serial, Ear Hustle, everything that has. Oh, I love Ear Hustle, which is people in prison talking. This is San Quentin prison talking about their times there.
Yeah.
So I'm into all of this shit. So now I'm with a real felon, and he was talking about how he did time in the shoe, how niggas used to try him because he was light skinned. And I ate up all these stories. I was like, damn, babe, used to beat them up.
Did he
was
smoke
cute to
Black
me.
and Milds?
He was a New York nigga, so he didn't do Black and Milds. The way in the South they do Black and Milds.
Yeah.
I don't know Black and Milds to be an up north thing.
What about cigarettes?
No.
Really?
But so when we also met, he was on parole.
So he couldn't smoke.
He couldn't do none of that shit. But mind you, let's not jump the gun because that nigga violated on failing his drug test. But so we started talking. I really liked everything about him. Mind you, I found out apparently they have really good books because that nigga had mad big words. I was like, oh, you like a little mini T.I. It was really cute to me. He was using mad big words.
They have
I liked that shit. I was like, damn, you cute and you use big words. This is lit.
They have nothing but time.
No, literally. So we're talking, we get into maybe our 4th month of dating. I don't believe in
Also, this is a long...
No, we were
He was kicking it.
We were kicking it. And he lived walking distance, so it was a wrap. Oh, nigga, you at my house.
Well, he couldn't drive, so...
He couldn't, but somehow he afforded rent. But we're not going to talk about how he paid for his rent. I don't know.
Again.
Maybe he has a Mercedes.
We got into talking, and it was getting serious. But serious to the point where I liked him.
Okay.
His dick wasn't where I wanted it to be, but I liked him, and it takes a lot for me to like somebody. So I really enjoyed his company.
Okay.
And I'm real big for not being girlfriend material when a guy is not your boyfriend.
Yes.
I'm not giving just the girlfriend experience to these niggas.
As you should.
That you should not.
Coming out of spending 8 years in jail, nigga always wanted a fucking home cooked meal. And I'm just like,
I get
y'all get that? Okay,
Yeah.
so he did. So we were on talk. He was going to visit his parole officer, and he let me know the full meal he wanted. So I make a bomb-ass little meatloaf. I'm half white, don't judge me. But I mixed it with
Meatloaf is
collard greens.
delicious.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
so I did a
Would you do it
meatloaf
with ketchup
with
or
collard
gravy?
greens. No, so I do it with ketchup. I know.
I
I'm
like
white.
ketchup, but I like
do like the
ketchup, though.
No, you grew up white.
I do.
No, I did not. I grew up... I did not.
I actually grew up white.
I did not. I'm gonna tell my mom you said.
So I made a whole meatloaf. I'll tell you the whole meal. I made collard greens from scratch.
That's how you know you really like that.
I
Because
did
collard
like
greens
him.
take forever.
It does, and you gotta let that shit cook on the stove.
You have to clean
So-
it first.
You sure do. So I made collard greens from scratch. I made red potatoes, mashed potatoes. Okay. So to where I like what is it? Skin the whole goddamn potato.
You don't have to do that.
Made the shit, did all that. I know.
Okay.
Well, I know, but I don't like
don't
all
like
the skin in it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I don't take all the skin off, but I skin it just a little bit.
So collard greens, meatloaf, mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes, yes. So that was kind of the meal, and cornbread.
Yeah.
So I made I made the cornbread. And then while I was at the grocery store buying all the ingredients, I asked him what juice he wanted to make sure. Like, I was literally going all out.
Yeah, you were doing girlfriend shit.
I was. And this is where it went left. I cooked everything. Mind you, at this point, I also had, I was still a big girl, so I was like, oh, I could eat all this shit, whatever. This is before I couldn't eat as much as I can now. But, so I, made it all, and I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Picked up.
I'm texting him the whole time we're talking during the day. He was at his meeting with his PO. So I'm waiting. It gets to 9:30, almost 10 o'clock at night, and this is when I'm still in school. And I'm just I'm texting him. Eventually,
this is recently. This
was last year.
Oh.
This was last year.
Well, because I was like, girl, you just graduated.
So his messages go from blue to green.
To turn his phone off.
And I'm just literally I'm pissed at this point. I done cooked a whole ass meal.
Never mind the fact that costs money.
First off, greens, all of this shit from scratch costs a lot of money. This wasn't a cheap meal to put together.
To put in the greens.
I put smoked turkey neck. I put bacon greens.
The great turkey migration in 1992. We talked about it.
And then I'm doing the cornbread, which isn't that expensive because I get the Jiffy box.
Yeah.
But then the potatoes, the meat, all of it.
Adds up.
So it's a lot, and I got the juice that this nigga asked for. So literally, he ends up. I don't hear from him for the next couple days. My friend who was locked up, I have him figure out how to search his name in the system. I knew
Web crimes or NY lockup.
And I see that he was booked. He failed his drug test. And mind you, the nigga wasn't smoking with me, so I don't know where that nigga was smoking. But he ended up being locked up from October to January.
Damn.
So the plans we had for Thanksgiving, my birthday, Christmas, everything was just off because he didn't know he was coming out. He ended up coming out in January, and then he had the nerve to get on me because I didn't write him a letter or answer when he called. And I feel like I was really underground when he called because I was like, nigga, he said it went straight to voicemail. I said, I was underground. We live in New York. What do you expect?
I'm not your girlfriend.
Right. So, from that very moment, I was just like, this is why I can't deal with, it was literally, I was emotionally vested, involved. I did something that I don't do with any nigga. And the day I motherfucking really cook you a whole meal because you want a whole meal and it's not just me making you a goddamn sandwich, you motherfucking violate parole. And this was literally a thing for me. Mind you, I'm in school to become an accountant. I think I'm about to be a fucking CFO, whatever. And I'm just like, I'm really sitting here dating a nigga who did 8 years. And he's still, to this day, we still talk as friends. But he's on parole till 2022. So us talking, I was just like, this could happen at any given moment that we talk, whenever. And then he couldn't even stay at my house past 3 or 4 a.m. He had to leave in case his PO would make a stop by his house.
Wow.
So I couldn't even get the full night of slumbering and cuddling with him because he had to get up and leave in case his PO checked by his house. So... Just know.
Was he on tether? Was he on house arrest and stuff like that?
So he didn't have an anklet, but
he needed to be at a place.
His PO was active.
Good.
Was very active. Is that good?
I mean, yeah, they should be. I mean, the whole point of parole officers and that's the prison. I don't believe prison rehabilitates people. Whatever. But if you have somebody, if you're out, right, and you have somebody coming to check on you to make sure that you're okay, do what you need to do, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Well, that's the thing, even with talking to him, he of course had to put whenever he applied for a job. And so that was our difficulty was as a felon, he was baby, I can't even get a job at Chipotle if I wanted to. So he was in the process of becoming a personal trainer. Jesus Christ. Ladies, if you talk to a personal trainer, I would ask you to request his background because
first of all,
he felt like that was his only job.
They should, to be certified, you have to be cleared through the Department of Health for that.
You do. So he was in school. Because that was what he had to let his PO know. Like, I'm in school to become this. Because you can become just a personal trainer off, I have a nice body, let me train you.
Yeah.
But he wanted to be able to work at these gyms and be legit. So you have to go through school. Through the school allows you to go through certification with whatever background you have.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the thing. So like he would let me know like all of these companies that would not hire him. So I'm in school to be an accountant where I'm like, oh shit, out of graduating, I'm making 60, 65 off GP. And you sitting here telling me you can't even make $10 an hour because of your record. So with dating him, it was just like, how far can we really go? Can we build each other up when I know you have all of these limitations as a felon? And I really like to travel. I was just talking to someone else who was like, oh, I got to see if I could travel to this country with my attorney. Like, so even when you have a record, there's even certain trips that you can't take out of the country because of those things. So it becomes like a whole like block with dating this person. As much as you want them to like become a part of society again, no matter how long they spent, and you genuinely feel like they've changed. Like, he was a great guy. Like, he made me laugh. I felt like I was safe. Like, I didn't feel like he put me in harm's way, but unfortunately society doesn't allow them to acclimate. And then if you're dealing with an addict, you're dealing with them coming back out society, possibly going back to those addictions.
Those ways,
So I'm not gonna lie, how he was paying his bills, who knows? But I made sure for us to talk, like, whatever you were doing, I know you sit here and think that society is keeping you from making money, but don't ever do what put you in jail in the first place. Right. But a lot of them have no choice. If you deal with a drug dealer, a scammer, when they come out, it's like they're told no so many times, they resort to what they know can make them money. And it sucks. It's a cycle.
Yes.
However,
I work with
some niggas are just dumb.
well, yeah. I mean, like in my line of work, like over the course of my line of work in my previous life as a social worker, like there are programs, especially if you live in New York City, for especially men, and maybe at some point when I get enough money, I can start a program for women. For this, but there's this program called Cases here in the city, and Cases works with men. And they're typically men of color because that's who's in our prison system.
Right.
They get them acclimated to housing, assisting in the rehabilitation process, like deprogramming them because, you know, you're institutionalized. And working with them with a vocational coach so that they can obtain, you know, gainful employment. And like there are companies around who hire. But I'm like, there are organizations that do work with people who just got out to help with that transition, and Cases is one of them.
Yeah, and I know that it doesn't help maybe locked up women, but my podcast actually partnered with Strive to Thrive Global, and that organization actually helps women who have been in domestic violence situations.
They're like who
are now like in public housing or homeless shelters, and they help get their resume, maybe help get their teeth fixed if they've been punched, you know, anything, and helps them get back on their feet. So I mean, I'm not gonna lie, as someone who would be younger, maybe I would be all here for, you know,
dating,
holding it down.
Yeah.
But at 28, approaching 29, there are certain things that, you know, I would like in a partner.
Listen,
I can't do it.
I'm not ride or die. I'm ride or.
And I told him when we met, baby boy, I am not.
Baby boy.
I told him, I said, I'm not a ride or die. Don't expect me to put money on your books. And, you know, when
I'm not a ride or die, I'm a ride or.
Right.
That's it. There's no dying.
I'm not one of them. I don't want you to be my boyfriend.
Period, point blank.
Did I ever tell you my see? This is why I only deal with felons on a certain code. Did I ever tell you my plug after lockup story?
Wait, what?
Your plug.
You have a plug after lockup?
Plug after lockup.
What's your plug? Because if it's a scammer, I want these Balenciagas for half off.
My plug, you know, my old plug, used to come deliver to me. And one day, I ordered, and that nigga never showed up. Come to find out, he got locked up.
Isn't the one I know the nice one? The tall one speaks?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Now we got the bleep, bleep.
Oh, okay, no.
No, this is another one. This is back a couple of apartments ago.
Gotcha. Okay.
And yeah, he got locked up, and that's my plug after lockup story.
I have a plug after lockup story, but he got shot. He died.
Oh, what? Can we not?
It's true.
Can we not turn this dark as shit?
Plug after life.
Yeah.
God damn.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's sad.
He died on his way to delivering to you?
No, mine got locked up on his way.
Oh,
to
see, I don't know.
What about
yours? Brandon and I were trying to figure out what the fuck happened to this nigga, and then like he was like, oh shit,
you
he
saw
died.
the shirt?
Damn.
With the angel wings.
I forgot how we found out. This was like a couple years ago.
Damn.
That's real deep.
When you come back up, I'm gonna have him come.
So I'm not gonna hold you. That's why when it comes to dating, now, like, I'm not riding in nobody's car that I would question. I'm not, especially, like, and I've been that way since I was very young. I'm not.
Good.
First off, also back to TV, I watched enough First 48 to know that there is, like, you can literally just be in the wrong place at the wrong time. But if you know what's going on and you know the person that you're dealing with, I'm not going to allow myself to be put in any more danger than I already am. I get put in danger just by hopping in an Uber or a Lyft because, baby, I was just in a goddamn accident.
Yeah.
But, like,
girl,
you just never know. So that's just not where I want to be.
Right.
But these ride or die situations.
And like, and this isn't to say that, you know, people who are convicted felons or who've got out, like, they're deserving of love. Everybody's deserving of love.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of what people can tolerate.
Yep.
And I just don't know if I can handle that. Like, that's a lot.
I would like to let your audience know if this has not been a thing that was mentioned. So with Horrible Decisions, we focus on kinks. If any of you guys become aroused by watching things like Ted Bundy or any of these criminal documentaries.
I mean, I'm really into it, but I'm not interested.
This is hybristophilia, I believe, is the name of it. So there is a kink of becoming sexually attracted to someone. Yes, it's HYBRIST ophilia. Oh yes, so hybristophilia is actually
Mama came up.
Yes, it is actually the attraction of someone who has committed some sort of crime, or that you become aroused by knowing that the person that you're wanting to be with has done something of heinous acts.
The Bonnie and Clyde syndrome.
Thank you. Read it for me. Thank you.
Hybristophilia. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Hybristophilia is a paraphilia in which sexual arousal. All right.
Enough. Okay, we featured you. We featured your track.
Look, a bitch is getting wet as you speak.
Right.
Go ahead.
Imagine.
No,
I've heard things.
This is a thing. Yes.
Okay. Hybristophilia is a paraphilia in which sexual arousal, facilitation, and attainment of orgasm are responsive to and contingent upon being with a partner known to have committed an outrage, cheating, lying, known infidelities, or crime, such as rape, murder, or armed robbery.
Yes. So something that I find very interesting, and I'm not sure how these people met their partners, but there is actually websites for this. If you guys are interested, inmate.com.
What?
It's literally the website. I can send you guys. You can go on there and look up inmates who are seeking love behind bars. You get to see what they're locked up for. You get to see how many years they have, where they're located, and they do have not only emails but addresses that you could send them to. And a lot of women find the loves of their life by, or men also meet their women partners by seeking these inmates. And the larger the crime, the more a lot of people become amused and turned on by these, which is why Ted Bundy had all of these women showing up for his court cases.
Same thing with O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson was the very same.
You told that story too.
I'm not sure about the Zodiac Killer or any of the other ones that we've...
Charles Manson.
Charles Manson, maybe. Yeah. But he was also very good looking. He had a cult following.
Same with Ted Bundy.
Same with Ted. For sure, so this is an actual, like, unfortunate fetish and kink for people. So it makes very much sense for Life After Lockup, for why people stick through these people. Like, there's actually a paraphilia linked to people being aroused and attached to people that commit crimes.
You learn something new every fucking day.
Every day. I'm glad that y'all didn't know. Like, I love this. Yes, honestly. But don't kink shame. Like, this is a little much.
No, this is not a kink shaming
No, but
thing.
it's honestly, like, there is a reason why everyone is the way they are. Of course, I don't submit to bestiality or pedophilia. Those are kinks that I will shame all day long. Yeah. But there are reasons why people like the certain things that they do. So for people who are listening and don't know how the fuck you could put up with someone who's locked up or just got locked up or just got released or been locked up and you're holding them down.
There might be some clinical explanation for it.
There very much is. So yes.
What?
And that is one of the kinks out of our 120 plus episodes that has stuck with me because I had dealt with a felon myself. And it wasn't anything attracted to it, but to know that this was an actual thing.
But then I think about that too. Like, people do get turned on by like this bad boy complex, and I want to think of the affect.
My husband's a Crip.
See?
Yeah.
I mean, and
how many times have we heard that? Yeah. And how many times from Megan have we heard, my boyfriend just got out of prison?
Yeah.
But what's crazy, even if you think about like how they psychologically like feed this into us, if you look at a lot of like the movies and TV that we watch, the villains aren't bad looking, honey.
No, they never are.
The villain, Hobbs and Shaw, it was Idris Elba. He was the villain. But, honey, the guy on Titanic that we wanted her to be with Jack, but then there was the one that her family wanted her to marry, and he was just as fine.
What fine?
He wasn't fine with the black hair.
Wasn't that Jude Law? Was he not in that movie?
Was it Jude Law? Was that who it was?
I don't
know. He was a nigga that.
But he
like
gave her the ring, and we all wanted Jack Leonardo
fine.
to be the man, but her family wanted the rich, wealthy brunette. I can't remember his name.
I just wanted the movie to be over. It was very long.
I didn't go in the movie theater. We rented it, and I was like, "Oh, this is a serious matter," because it came with 2 VHS.
Yeah, I was about to say we had both cassettes. My mom took me and all my cousins, so we all saw it at the movies.
I think it came out either Thanksgiving or Christmas,
but it was long as hell.
It's 3 hours.
3 hours plus.
Jax. I was like, I did not bring enough food in my purse for this.
We brought the hot dogs and everything.
Hybristophobia. Nigga, I know what next week's about to be about.
Literally. And if y'all can, go ahead, and if any of you guys are listening, and maybe y'all can find some profiles, go to inmate.com, and some of them fine as hell, and you get to read what they do, and they talk about what they like and what they want to do when they get out.
That's what I needed to ask you about.
It is so good. What?
Because I was, maybe it was for Getting Grown, because I looked in the email how somebody used the email address to sign up for Match.com.
Oh, I saw that. It wasn't me.
Okay.
It definitely wasn't me.
It was not I.
But please check out the profiles. Read a few. It's funny.
Let's discuss that after.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. But you don't have to say the names because, of course, these are real people. So you don't want to ever put that. But
we'll give them nicknames.
What they're locked up for, describing how they look, they fine as hell. And they literally talk about their favorite books, what they're listening to right now. And it's a dating profile for inmates.
They attach pictures?
Yes, they do.
Oh, okay, good.
And you're able to know what they're locked up for, how long they have, when their release date is.
So this is low-key just like an honest jacked for me.
100%. Not honest jacked.
Yeah.
Honest Jack.
Yeah, like it's like jacked, but like I know these niggas aren't.
I gave up on dating sites, so.
I mean, I'm not on them anymore, but like even when I before
just know
this,
you're
I was
lucky,
like,
honey, that you don't have to deal with the dating scene as is.
Twitter and Instagram are enough.
I won't say it. I don't want to be that girl who's like, oh, I'm so happy. I'm not, but I will. I appreciate that. I receive it, and I'm grateful.
Please receive it.
Like, it's the ghetto.
Cause is it?
I hate when people in relationships. I'm so glad I'm not single. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
But as someone
I'm not saying that. All I will ever say is I'm glad I don't have to go out and date anymore.
That's fine.
That's two different things.
And see, as someone who's single, I don't want to date because it's so much of a waste of time.
Because how many times have you told a nigga your favorite color?
Wow. So there's that conversation, of course, with 21 questions, of course. That's how you start everything off. But also just when you're asking these people through text message or Snap or Twitter DMs, or all of these ways of communicating online. When you meet them in person, it's like, oh, sir, you really don't know how to talk.
No.
And so, unfortunately, we're in the age where it's
shorthand and Insta, whatever.
Yeah.
Niggas talking emojis.
Kill me.
A nigga said to me in the
All
train
I know
station,
is,
"What's your IG?" I said, "I'm sorry, no, I don't speak that."
I'm an adult.
And I'm not gonna lie, I had
no.
someone ask me for my Snap. I said, "Oh, sir, you're married? Good to know." Because if a guy is straight up asking for your Snapchat, that's all that there is.
I didn't even know niggas still use Snapchat.
They sure do, but only married niggas, and that's where I talk to all of them at.
As long as they paying for your feet, girl.
I don't know if they're married or not. Just pay for these feet.
That's it.
Damn, we didn't even get to talk about that, but it's okay. I know y'all got me about to.
You gonna be back.
Y'all got me about to check motherfucking Life After Lifetime.
You got to. You got to.
I'm about to check it. I love you guys for having me.
Experience.
You know,
Hybristophilia.
I really wish.
Hybristophilia.
Listen, hybristophilia. I'm glad that I can bring.
You're
right.
The fear of.
Philia
is the act of. Yeah. So even just looking into that, if y'all have 2 more episodes, bringing in some of those real life motherfucking ads could be interesting. But also just, I don't know, maybe if any of you guys, look, here I go with my podcast. If any of you guys have experienced life after lockup, it would be great for you guys to send a listener letter. I would love to hear it. Why you stuck around. This is also an episode that I have yet to have on my podcast. So someone who believes in being a ride or die and why you are holding a nigga down who you can't see or fuck or touch or nothing. What are you doing it for? I would be interested to know. I would be interested to know. So if any of you guys listening,
because I have thoughts about this whole thing.
Same.
When you do this episode and get these letters,
I want
it. Let us know.
I want
because I think in this conversation, I think about all the things that Black Mormon Weave Lady has said.
Okay.
Like where she talks about like it's almost like a badge of honor that she's doing all these things for Lamar. Like she is happy and elated to do these things. Like she literally abandoned her whole life and her family just in total complete and disregard.
I have to find the name for that.
For this man that she doesn't even know. And Lamar has said, like, I feel like she liked me better when I was in prison because she can control everything.
Not only controlling, you feel like you know where they're at all times.
Right.
So it's also a huge level of someone who has an insecurity.
So that's why I'm trying to figure out, like, this insecurity thing.
That's what it is.
And I don't want to.
You feel in control.
And I don't want to. Say people who have hybristophilia are insecure because that's unfair.
No, that's two different issues.
But I also think like, what is the motivating factor here to get you to this hybristophilia? Because it's just I think that's kind of like in any kind of situation, like even with like intimate violence or like domestic violence. Like, why did you stay?
Well, a lot of that is
Stockholm syndrome
and
insecurity and stuff like that.
But there's so many layers.
Ooh, girl,
I'm always
an onion.
interested in
I
the
would
why.
love. Oh, me too. So if, like I said, I would love to have a guest on to talk about that. I'm doing a docuseries where I dig into the mental state of opposites, and I think I told you about this. I'm finally working on it.
Good.
But I would love to literally dig deep inside someone who is a ride or die, and sit them across someone who has done jail time and what both of their mentals are with dealing with people on the outside and dealing with people on the inside, and why you hold them down or why you feel this connection with someone that you can't be physically intimate with. I like all of that interests me so much, and of course with me listening to all this, it gets deep. I love it. It gets so deep. So I love that y'all are doing this. Please, somebody send in a letter, because if y'all like a black ass show about nothing, I know that y'all are dealing with inmates and criminals and and motherfucking felons just like myself. So yes, and please,
statistically, I know y'all are.
Statistically, also let them know that the next time Nigga Peace Theater comes out, we need a felon involved.
Mandii will not get up this Nigga Peace Theater.
I love it. I'll be telling everybody like that.
Nigga Peace Theater will return in a different form and a
with
different
a felon.
space.
I'm waiting. Let's go. But no, I love it. No,
we
that
might
could
do
be
that
really
thing that we
good.
talked about.
Listen, whatever y'all creative asses got in mind, I'm here for it.
Remember that idea we had about the next Dick of the Peace Theater? That might be our last one that we do before the new one.
That could be great because I ain't gonna hold you, so I'll watch gay porn. So if you could add some DL scenes in there where like they be having sex in jail, that's cute. I want all of that, and then he comes out, but he's straight because now he came out. Do I watch what?
Do you watch Tex Brown?
What is
We're gonna talk about it's a gay web series.
First off, I just need you to know that whenever
Mandii watches gay porn
whenever he mentions a gay porn star, I be joining in the convo.
She be like, "Ooh, what Arquez did today!"
I love Arquez. First off,
man.
actually, West is now my current. Need West is now my current light skin great. Gio no longer looks like Odell to me, so that's kind of lost.
Because he's getting a lot of weight. Well, he's beefy now.
He's not Odell anymore, which that's what I envisioned every time I watched him. But the next time you guys do that, if you guys need a chapter where I squeeze in that because he's in jail. So real quick, this is inside news. So real quick, I don't know if y'all know, but Boosie used to date one of my friends. He told me in the jail.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. So Boosie said that when he was locked up in prison, one of the things that the men did to not feel like they were as gay while having prison sex was they put a picture of their loved one on the back of who they were fucking. Ooh. And so even though they was in some pussy, this was the thing. I'm telling you, he said because they looked at their loved one, they envisioned them fucking their wife, girlfriend, but they was inside some pussy. But the picture would be on the back of whoever they were fucking. And this allowed them to not feel like they were gay because they weren't. Yeah, so there's so many jail stories I would love. Like, this is amazing.
I thought I knew everything about jail.
So, yeah, no, this was one of the things that I heard. And I don't know if it's just a New Orleans thing, but when he was in prison, this is what they used to do in jail.
Because he's so obsessed with, like, boy butt all the time. And
he's mentioned a lot of what's gone on in there while he was there. But this was a story. This was a story that I
shocked by it. I don't know which one.
I mean, it could be PTSD, whatever, but this was a way of them not feeling like they were fully gay because they were envisioning their loved one, and they would put the picture on the back of who they were fucking. So, yeah, this was some jail news for y'all on jail.
But technically, if you fuck another man, you're not technically gay, right?
Right, and there's this whole, and then in the sociology of sex, there's this idea of temporary homosexuality.
Well, there's also the Kinsey scale of gay, like there's a whole spectrum.
Yeah, and then there's like this idea of when you're in a certain confined space and you're using this. This is why sex isn't necessarily the physical act. Sometimes you need it for the dopamine because you might be depressed. There's a lot of factors going on.
Yeah, that was my little tea I wanted to drop for y'all. So that was in. Yeah,
that's a way to end the show.
Yes, I'm with it. So yeah, that's something to think about. Thank you guys for having me. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, I have so many more questions, but this episode is very long.
Thank you guys for having me. I come on again.
Let them know about what we talked about earlier.
Oh, yes. So if you guys are listening to this episode, if you guys want to check my Instagram, Jade's XDs, hopefully they're going to support as well. Mm-hmm. So we have a podcast back to school drive going on. So some of your favorite podcasters, we're working right now. We will be at The Well in Brooklyn. This is on Friday, August 9th. 10th is Friend Zone podcast. Right, so it'll be Friday, August 9th. We're doing a back to school drive. I'll be posting the flyers. So if you guys follow my page at Full Court Pumps, you guys can have all of the details. Please just show up with pens, pencils, notebooks, book bags, anything to help. Single parents.
Scissors.
Yes. If you have ever gone to school, you know that
what you need.
School supplies are not cheap. Flash drives, literally everything. They ask these kids for so much, and it becomes quite a burden on specifically single parents. I grew up in a single parent household, and there were 3 of us. So this becomes a lot. So it means a lot if you guys can show up to The Well. Again, working on possibly Jade bringing food or liquor. We don't know what's going to happen, but regardless, you'll get to meet us. Yeah. You'll get to meet us. You'll get to shake hands with us, but definitely bring any school supplies because I want to give back to the youth here in New York City. So come out, support us. Also, if you haven't caught on, I am half of the Horrible Decisions podcast. So if you liked the kink that we spoke of even today and want to learn more, we have over 120 episodes where we focus on kinks. And it comes from anywhere from people enjoying stuffed animals to amputees
furries.
To people, furries. Look, you know, and we just talk and want to normalize a lot of these things because we all have sex. No need to shame anyone and what they enjoy behind closed doors. But yeah, that's Full Court Pumps. I'm Mandii B. Thank you guys for having me on the Blackest Show About Nothing. This was amazing, and now I'm about to go binge.
Today, though.
I'm about to go binge fucking the show.
Yeah.
I think last announcements. We have a party.
Yes, August 24th.
August 24th. It's the after party for Afropunk.
Yep.
So come. Tickets are in the description box wherever you're listening. It's only $5. So.
Yep.
You know, what after party can you go at a function that has alcohol that's only $5?
Say that.
After the festival.
After the festival. Party. You don't even got to go and change. Come in.
And that's very cheap because I know these other parties about to try to tax these beautiful people.
Come. It's $5 going to be dope. Super dope. Artist spinning, and we have performances by Civil, and it's just going to be a really dope dancing good time. Come in, whatever the hell you wore to Afropunk, wherever it was a skirt or like angel wings.
You know, if you made a crown out of straws to show that we need to save the planet.
Right.
Your fringe, your flowers.
Fringe.
You know what I'm saying?
All the things that you bought from the ASOS festival page.
Or the Coachella line.
Or Forever 21. They have a whole festival.
Yeah.
So does H&M.
Yeah.
Look,
it's got a lot of fringe and a lot of like reflective tape on it.
Yeah.
Bring it. Don't even come home. Just come.
Just come.
Because we're going to be there. And
where is this at again?
It's at Star Bar.
In Williamsburg.
Bushwick. Yeah, Bushwick.
It's not the
yeah,
same
Bushwick.
shit. It's close enough.
Yeah, sure. It's Bushwick. It's Brooklyn. I know I can Uber there.
I will Uber there.
Yeah.
That sounds exciting.
But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Only $5. And
we'll see y'all on the 24th.
We'll see you on the 24th.
See you all in Philly this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend. I can't announce that yet. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Where do ideas start? In the shower? On the bus? On vacation? When you're hanging out with friends? There's no rhyme, reason, or rules to when a good idea starts. And then once you've had a good idea, what do you do with it? Let it sit alone in your head? Or put it online with GoDaddy for the world to see? Where are you now? Do you have an idea? If you do, go to GoDaddy.com and get started with a domain and a website. You can do it right now from your phone. GoDaddy.com. All the help and tools you need online.
What matters when you start a business is you and your idea, not when you start it. So if you make up your mind and go for it, GoDaddy has all the help and tools you need to bring it online. Start today at GoDaddy.com because open we stand.